Hello everyone, I am Dr. Eric Morrison. This is 7 Under 3, and I'll be covering trading education, more specifically Forex trading, using the TC2000 and TradingView platforms. Hello, this is the Forex Week in Review for the 10th of June for the 28 majors and minors Forex currencies. I'm going to start off with the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, and it looks like we had a strategic target of 0.833, and that target was set forth back in May 11th. Operational picture, price action was below the dragon. With the chop at the tactical level or the 1 hour chart, we basically had a lot of consolidation here, spike action here on the 6th for news events, and then just continue to chop throughout the rest of the week. Aussie dollar Swiss franc, on the strategic picture we have a target of 0.59026. That's set around the 19th of May. Operational picture, price action was in the dragon, then above the dragon, and then went below the dragon. Even with the price spikes or whatever, we still were able to get some nice gains and nice flows once it cleared the dragon. With about $1,053 gain. Aussie dollar Japanese yen, really nice gains on Aussie dollar Japanese yen. We have a target that was set on June 2nd at 101.903 on the strategic picture. Price action above the dragon, then closed below the dragon. As it rode up the overall dragon, we were nothing but longs, and then once it cleared the longer time frame, we got some nice gains on the shorts. Kind of stopped here at the 200 moving day average. But on the operational picture, it cleared the RL270 here and continued to go down. Aussie dollar New Zealand dollar, we have a target of 1.14761 that was set forth back in March 28th of this year. Price action on the operational side, first above the dragon, in the dragon, going back above it, and then back below it. We were able to avoid that initial chop and then got some nice gains at the beginning of the week, and then continued to get some overall minimal gains as it continued to climb below the dragon on the longer term time frame. About $574 profit. Aussie dollar US dollar, no price on the strategic picture. Price action in the dragon started below, back above, and then back below, and continued its downward movement below the dragon. So that initial chop here, we got a little bit of consolidation and then some nice flows towards the end of the week. Canadian dollar Swiss franc, nice flows to the upside. We had a price target of 0.78574 on the strategic picture. It's has this kind of double top here, but we'll see whether or not it goes ahead and hits that particular target. It hit the other target set forth back in March of this year, so we'll see if it hits this target. Operational picture, price action above the dragon, got into the dragon, and some below the dragon, right around the RL270. Flows were relatively good at the beginning of the week, a little consolidation here, and then a nice gain to close out the rest of the week, and $2,453 profit. Canadian dollar Japanese yen, no target on the strategic picture, price action above the dragon, got in the dragon, and then below the dragon to the RL270. So flows overall, wonderful gains here on these nice flows. We got $5,528 profit. Look at these flows going above and then eventually to below to the 200 moving day average. Swiss franc Japanese yen, no target on the strategic picture as well, and then we have price action above the dragon, a little chop inside the dragon, then below the dragon to the RL270 there as well. Initial consolidation here with some minor losses, and then some nice flows to the upside. Again, additional consolidation, and then a nice flow to close out the rest of the week at the 200 moving day average. But as you can see, even on the lower time frames, the 200 moving day average kind of coincides with that RL270 over there in the higher time frame. Euro Aussie dollar, we had a price target to the upside at 1.55551. Operational picture inside the dragon, a little bit above the dragon, and then back inside the dragon. We were able to eke out a profit here of $594. However, it was relatively consolidating throughout Euro Canadian dollar, no target on the strategic picture. Initial price action at the beginning of the week goes below the dragon on the operational picture, goes into the dragon, a little bit above, and then back into the dragon. And a nice break even plus dinner for two for the trading for the week on the tactical picture. As it goes, some of the trades below got caught up in the chop. This was the announcement of the inflationary picture on the U.S. side, so you can see the volatility happening during those red economic announcements. So it's kind of hard trading here for the scripts, but just keep in mind when you have volatility within these liquidity zones, there's a lot of price action going and consolidation going up and down, above and below the dragon on the tactical side. Euro Swiss franc, we got an upside target of 1.09355. That was set forth on the 7th of June. Price action on the operational picture was above the dragon on the longer time frame. Then closed out the week at below the dragon. On the tactical side, some really nice flows, about $2,013 in gains. Euro British pound, we have a price target to the upside at 96523. Operational picture, price action started above the dragon, started chopping up within the dragon, below the dragon, back above, and then back below around the RL270 to close back within the dragon. And as you can see here, with all that chop on the longer term time frame, the tactical picture was just as choppy. We had $1,434 loss here on Euro British pound. Euro Japanese yen, no target on the strategic picture. Price action above the dragon on the longer term operational picture. Got into the dragon and closed out the week below the dragon. So some nice overall flows for the entire week. A lot of the Japanese yen pairs did rather well. This one was incredible. We had $7,400 gain on this. Look at these beautiful flows to the upside. What do? We follow it on to the downside as soon as it closes below the dragon. Close out around the 200 moving day average. On the operational picture, you have the RL270 and the RL90 there too as well. Euro New Zealand dollar, we have an upside target of 1.81755. That was set forth back around May 2nd. Price action on the operational picture was above the dragon, in the dragon, then back above it, and then it closed out the week below the dragon. Overall chop within the longer time frame, we have a profit of $659.42. Some nice flows here, middle of the week and to the close out the end of the week and at the beginning of the week. Euro US dollar, we have a price target to the downside at 0.88307. Operational picture was kind of above the dragon and in the dragon, then went below, back above, then below for a major thrust to the downside. Initial consolidation, we were at some minor losses, and then with these nice flows to the downside at close at the end of the week after the news announcements, some really nice gains here, $2,046. British pound Aussie dollar, we have a downside target of 1.6529. Operational picture, we started in the dragon and then went above the dragon and closed in the dragon at the end of the week. So with all that consolidation, we had a scratch to a loss at $67 for British pound Aussie dollar. British pound Canadian dollar, no price target on the strategic picture. Started below the dragon on the operational picture, in the dragon, way above the dragon, and then back below the dragon. Initial consolidation here with some minor losses here to at the beginning of the week, and then consolidation. Then with that major surge with the news announcements, we had some beautiful gains up and beautiful gains down. I love following the V's or the inverted V's during this price action. Some really nice gains up there to close out the week with a gain at $3,554. British pound Swiss franc, no price target on the strategic picture. Price action above the dragon, in the dragon, and closed out below the dragon. So overall profit with these nice flows to the upside, a little bit of consolidation, and then to close out the week with some nice gainers with $3,689 profit. British pound Japanese yen, we had a new price target set around the 6th of May, a little bit before the previous price target, which was set forth the 29th January of last year. So this price target's been in there a while. New price target up here as it continued to go, make its action up there. Price action to the upside, Price action on the operational picture was above the dragon, then closed below the dragon for the week. Overall, for the Japanese yen pair, this was by far the biggest profit, with $11,960 profit, with these beautiful flows to the upside and this one flow to the downside around the 200 moving day average. Absolutely phenomenal price action for British pound, Japanese yen. British pound and Zealand dollar, overall gains to the upside, with a price target of 2.14926. Operational picture was below the dragon and in the dragon, and then started going above the dragon and closed out a little bit below the dragon at the end of the week. Overall tactical picture on the 1 hour chart, got some nice flows to the upside, as you can see, and then closed out the week with this nice downward short target around the RL 270 and the 200 moving day average. British pound US dollar, we got a downward price target of 1.046322, and as you can see, we had on the operational picture below the dragon, above, below, above, a lot of chop here, and then as soon as it hit towards the end of the week where we had those news announcements, it just collapsed, and we had $7,000 gain on overall profit after this initial chop, and this beautiful flows to the downside on Thursday and Friday. Zealand Canadian dollar, no price target on the strategic picture. Price action on the operational picture is below the dragon, then closed above the dragon, and we had some nice gains with $1,763 profit and beautiful flow here, hitting the 200 moving day average and then bouncing right off of it. Zealand Swiss franc, we have a downward target of 0.55089 set forth on the 24th of May. Price action in the dragon to go above the dragon, then below the dragon, and then back in the dragon. So we had an initial chop here, but some nice flows at the beginning of the week. Close out with some profits, then the chop started eating some of those profits, and we closed out the week. Overall gain of $487. Zealand Japanese yen, upside target of 90.794. Initial price action on operational side was north of the dragon, then closed below the dragon at the end of the week. So overall flows with $1,063 profit and some nice flows to the downside to close out the week around the 200 moving day average. Zealand US dollar, downward target set forth back in November of last year at 0.56289. Price action initially in the dragon, then went closed below the dragon, started continuing to go below the dragon. Some nice flows to the downside, as you can see here, even to close out the rest of the week with $1,158 gain or profit. US Canadian dollar, no target on the strategic picture. Price action below the dragon, got in the dragon, above it, and below, and then shot up as soon as it hit some news, way below the dragon, and cleared both the 200 and the RL 270. So with the initial price action, had some consolidation at the beginning of the week, but then at the end of the week, beautiful gains here, $3,336 profit. US dollar Swiss franc, we have a price target of 0.94676. Operational picture, we had price action above the dragon and stayed above the dragon, and some nice flows to the upside with these beautiful flows on initial beginning of the week and close out the end of the week with $5,095 profit. US dollar Japanese yen, no price target on the strategic picture. Operational picture, we have price action on the higher time frame above the dragon for the rest of the week with these nice flows and amazing gains on the tactical picture. $5,947. Well, that closes out the 28 pairs. Let's go ahead and check U.S. oil. U.S. oil. New target is set on 6th of June, $195 a barrel. This can't continue. This is bad for the economy. And as you can see, with all of the restrictions and price supply based on price action on the horizontal and vertical counts, our price targets continue to go up, up, and up. We need to address energy, and we need to address it pretty quick. This is not good. I was traveling over the weekend, and I saw price at the gas pump jumping 15 cents in a matter of a day, and this is not good for the economy. So we definitely need to address this, but this is going to affect the world currency markets as we continue to experience inflation until somebody addresses our energy concerns. Looking at gold, now we had price target to the downside at $1,623 an ounce. I think with the news and all that, it just shot up like a rocket, as it did right here with major consolidation. This is a super pinch. So this could have some more price action to the upside, and gold reacting like it should towards inflation. So it shot up from 1830 all the way to 1870, and it continued to go up. So we'll see if gold gets back to normal in terms of reacting to inflationary pressures, with the price of an ounce of gold going up with inflation. 20-year treasuries, still more price action to the downside, even though that $9 trillion dump of bonds happened by the Fed. Price continues to go down. And with interest rates and all that, we will continue to see further price action to the downside. NASDAQ, we got to the downside at 4,920. If we don't address the economy here pretty soon, we are going to be in a inflation, if not worse. So this is some major price action to the downside on the NASDAQ. S&P 500, no downward target yet set forth by the point figure, either a vertical or horizontal count, but as you can see, we had some major price action to the downside on the S&P 500. Dow Jones Industrials, we're currently at about 31, but we have a downward target of 17,372. So we have all of these targets down here showing, where the economy can go just based on pure price action. So we'll see what happens with the economy. But this was, on the operational picture, an initial gap that did not fill and continued to went to the downside. So we'll see what happens. And that was based on that inflationary pressure, which was worse at 8.6% as opposed to the forecast at 8.3%. So more downward pressure for the U.S. economy. So hunker down. It's going to be an interesting ride to the downside before it considers up there. On the tactical picture, what we have is just candlesticks. This is basically a catapult formation. But if this initial gap does not get filled, we are continuing to see some more price action to the downside, if not a continued or accelerated fall to the downside around these price targets. So we'll see what happens. Well, folks, that's all I have for the Forex Week in Review. We're currently conducting a Forex Bootcamp and a Forex Intermediate course. If you're interested, click on the links below. And remember, ruthless risk management. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you on Sunday. Well, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like rumble button below and the subscribe button. And if you want more information, go ahead and click the course information links below. On the TradingView link and on TC2000, I have an affiliate link. If you open up a TC2000 account, you will receive a $25 discount using that link. Thank you for your time.